Today's day number 42 of the $1,000 account challenge, and we're on a roll. We're up $242 in this account today, or 7.32% of the total portfolio balance. Now, if you don't know, my name is Gates. I'm taking $1,000 and I'm day trading options to see how far we can grow this account. Straight off of the day trade watch list, this is the most straightforward today could have gone. AMD was a long idea above $175. Now, we had NVIDIA this morning gap up from the earnings report, and a lot of stocks gapped up in sympathy with NVIDIA. But one stock that we really wanted to keep our eyes on was AMD, given that it's same sector as NVIDIA. Could be a sympathy runner with NVIDIA, and indeed it was. So the long idea placed at $175 is noted by this white trend line that you see here, and that was just based off of the pre-market highs. What I wanted to see was, yes, we're getting this gap up today, but can it continue to run from here? So moving into the 1 minute time frame, by the way, we traded live today with the team. We do get that break of $175 on this candle there. Now, normally, I'm one to go long on the very first pullback that's offered, right? On red candles as well. However, I did not do that today because I wanted to make sure that we had bounce confirmation at 175 prior to taking my entry. So we get a dip down to 175, bounces up, looks pretty good. We get another dip down, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's not going to hold. Next candle was green, but a longer topping wick, and I'm like, is it going to hold or not? The very next candle started to print red and then went green. As it was going green, I said, you know what, 4 minutes of consolidation at 175. Let's just go ahead and take our entry. So we went long on AMD at 175 on this candle here for the run up into the high of day, and that was a 20% gain for us. So we took the profits when they're offered. The reason why I did that is because we could expect increased volatility on the stock due to NVIDIA earnings, and we know that options are already volatile, and we were trading tomorrow's expiration on those contracts. So these things really were moving quickly. Just as fast as we can get a 20% gain, we could also take a 20% loss. So my mindset was, if I'm taking these trades on these super volatile stocks with the super volatile options contracts, I need to mitigate risk by sizing down. And that's exactly what I did. So we take our 20% gain there. We get the pullback, and I said, you know what? This may not be done yet. Let's see if we can get another re-entry close to 175. So we get the rally up, the pullback holding this old line of resistance as potential new support. And when it dips slightly below that price point, I went ahead and took my entry. So we get nearly the same entry area as we got previously, looking for the run up to the high of day. And this time, within 1 minute, I'm not kidding, within 1 minute of taking our entry, the very next candle, we're offered 20%. So I went ahead and took the profits. Why? Again, just because the stock is volatile, the options are volatile, and I don't want to take on any additional risk than what I have to. If I've got 20% profit sitting on the table, I'm going to take it. Then we get a third dip down, and I'm considering at this time, going in long on this dip entry there. I decided against it. I did not want to take the entry long, and that one cost me because that was the start of this run up into the high of day. Somebody actually just posted in the profits channel that their contracts ran 503% on AMD today. So really, I mean, you could just see how volatile these contracts are. Super, super volatile contracts on a stock that is really moving, and we banked on it. Did we miss out on the larger run? Yeah, absolutely. But am I going to look back and be, depressed at this in hindsight? No, not really. There was no way of knowing that this was going to make an $8 move from the 175 trigger level all the way up to highs of 183. Hindsight is always going to be 20/20. In real time, in the moment, I think we made the exact right choices that we needed to, and that was enough to put us up on the day 7% in the account, which is absolutely massive. Thank you for watching. That's all that I have on this video today. It's very straightforward, about as easy as it gets, and we got beautiful continuation. I hope that you banked on the stock, and I will see you next week when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.